All right, first things first. No matter. Rom-coms, they just like, whoo. Good morning from me and the beautiful weather outside. It is really nice out there. I'm on the couch watching, I'm always watching YouTube, I feel like, but I watched this one girl and she's the best. Her name's Heather. I'll link her YouTube channel below. She does a lot of like resort reviews, but she does have older content that's like doing her nails and hair and like toning for blonde. I just really like her. So I'm watching her videos. You can see over there on the island, doesn't let me zoom in. Over there on the island, I'm thawing some bananas because I'm going to make a banana bread, chocolate chip banana bread to be exact. Also today I organized, I should have vlogged it, but I was working. I worked on this, my little corner exercise equipment. I have my bike. I have just a bunch of like random bits down here. And then of course my stepper, which I'm still loving because, you know, it's the best. That's pretty much the day. I just really want to make a banana bread. This morning I got up, I had my coffee and my normal like healthy breakfast. I say healthy breakfast, it's usually like cereal or toast. And I wanted banana bread. I wanted like a chocolate chip muffin or banana bread. So I'm going to bake one so I don't run into that issue tomorrow. And yeah, I'm feeling like I was feeling really sad that summer's ended, but now that I know that it's ending because it's like the end of August, I'm like kind of ready for September. Like I'm ready for the fall. See, look. You can see like here, like they're all changing. So it's coming. So I think now that like the leaves are changing, obviously the camping is all done and et cetera, it can get into like the fall season. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to decorate and to make soup. I only actually make one soup, but it's pretty good. But I don't know, just all the fall things that, you know, come with the seasons changing. So really excited about that. I actually have so much fall content coming too. So I'm going to get started on it. Not filming because I really want to film in October specifically, but I just have to like gather some like items and buy a couple things, and it's all going down over here. Yeah, it's just a quiet day. It's just really, you know, it's just one of those days. And like I said, I wasn't going to vlog, but I like these vlogs. I like the ones that are just like chatty and cozy and at home. The only problem is when I'm at home, I'm not really doing anything. And I have some stuff that I need to do. Like you should see when I tell you my Tupperware, my like plastic container cupboard is just, it's not good. It's not good at all. And I just organized it like maybe a month ago, not even. And it was all delicious. It was perfect. And then I like had to pull out a lid from the bottom and it just was not good. So I should do that. There's like always like little bits and pieces, you know? And then of course like you have laundry or you have like normal cleaning to do, and it just doesn't end. So then when I get a minute to just like sit down, the last thing I want to do is do anything interesting. But yeah, I will make the banana bread because again, why not? And I want to show you, I'm going to do a separate video on it, but I will show you a couple things that I got for like fall decor things. I'm going to put out a video, I think this week, coming on like fall decor. The thing with fall decor though, so I like decorating. I celebrate Christmas, so I like decorating for the holidays. I like doing like Halloween stuff. But fall itself, as a general rule, I don't really decorate for. I have like a wreath I put up. But this year I really wanted to like get more festive, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I ended up sourcing a bunch of stuff. Like, I think the most expensive thing is under $5. So I have like 6 or 7 items all under $5 that I'm actually pretty excited for. So I'm going to do like a little home decor haul, but like on a budget. And I'm going to film that just because I like that stuff. Like I said, like sometimes with these, like, especially with social media, YouTube, all this kind of stuff, people will film themselves going out shopping or decorating their house, but like everything they're buying is so pricey. And I just don't want to. I just don't want to spend like $30 on one piece of fall decor that I'm going to use for a month. I want things that are like nice and bring me joy and, you know, I hate using the term classy, but I feel like are like classic or things that I like. But I don't want to break the bank while doing it. So I'm hoping that these turn out. I haven't actually decorated with them yet. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I need to like do something with my hair and makeup, but I'm just sitting here watching Heather. I don't know why I wore white to bake, but here we are. All right, first things first, preheat the oven. Make sure there's no previous pans hanging out in there. I'm like notorious for that. It's just like keeping pans stored in, the old cupboard. I'm very tired. All right, first things first. I told you the Tupperware drawer was bad. No matter. Okay, I am all ready. Got my apron, and now I'm gonna make a banana bread. So far I preheated the oven to 350, and I did grease my loaf pan. I just greased it with butter, and I do have butter out because the recipe calls for, I think, 1/3 cup of melted butter. So I guess we'll just go for it. Okay. I do the recipe right here. I'm not like a super big pro where I can just like off the top of my head, but yeah, let's get baking. I'm telling you, cold bananas that are like are so cold. Like, I don't know, like I was gonna say that they're rotten, but they're not rotten. They're just ripe. But they are so cold from the freezer. I left these to sit on the camera. I left these sit on the counter for like probably about an hour, and they're just easy to peel. So I'm gonna throw them in here and then mash them up in the bowl. So nice and easy, and so slimy. And then I have to like wash my hands under like hot water immediately. It's so freaking cold. So like, do you guys bake banana breads? Like, am I the only I'm not the only person in the world that bakes banana breads. I know that, but like different variations of loaves. Like I do cinnamon sugar or cinnamon swirl loaf, I guess it's called. And that one's pretty good. I mean, ultimately I shouldn't be eating loaves, but my dad, when he visits, he loves a good banana bread with a cup of tea. That's like his love language. So I've gotten pretty good at whipping up a banana bread, and my mom likes to bake, so that's kind of where I got it from. I would say, not that baking is like ground baking, get it? So 3 bananas, mash that baby up. Oh my gosh, it smells so fragrant. I forgot how good banana is. Like I love banana, but I'm team yellow. Like I like when a banana is like very ripe. I know some people like it when it's like green still. Not me. I'm not a green banana kind of girl. Oh, I should show you. You want to see? I'll take a baking break. I gotta show you guys because I said it earlier. Look at this cupboard. Do not judge me. Like, it's not good. It's not pretty. That's okay. I'll put you back here. So that looks pretty good. So one mashed nanner. And now we're gonna melt the butter. So one third cup of butter melted. And that doesn't matter for liquid versus solid. I can just do the 1/3 butter and it will equal out fine. Butter. Now for this recipe, so I always try to bake with unsalted butter, especially if the recipe calls for salt. Like it will usually say like unsalted butter versus salted butter. Like for example, this one calls for butter, but I know that later on it's gonna say salt to taste. So for that, where this is salted butter, I might throw in like a pinch. Probably for this one though, I'll just omit the salt. Obviously it's not like a flavor bomb with salt, and I don't like things that are super salty anyways when it comes to my baked goods. So, you know, I won't worry too much about the salt situation because honestly, like a salt to taste, that is so up for interpretation. So, you know, just doing our best out here. I'm just gonna melt this in the microwave. So I'll throw it in for 30 seconds intervals and let it do its thing. In the meanwhile, I'll just keep. I honestly think 30 seconds did the trick. If you find that there's still butter, like not completely liquefied, just give it a little stir. Ooh. Let it do its thing. Beautiful, beautiful butter. We love to see it. So I'm gonna stir in a little bit, liquid on liquid. I don't want to put it in too fast, only because I don't want it to be splashing everywhere. Where I'm just hand mixing, it's not really an ish, but it's all the same to do it in a couple. So well combined, and then the final. Beautiful. And then mix well until that's combined. mean, doesn't that look delicious? Just like butter and banana. Can't really go wrong, honestly. Now we're gonna do a 1/2 cup shug. Just plain white sugar or caster if you're in the UK. 1/2 cup. Got the world's biggest bag of sugar. Oh man, I'm telling you. There is something so therapeutic about baking. Now, normally too, the other thing I was gonna say is when you have flour or sugar or any dry ingredients, normally on any other circumstance, I would sift them together. Make sure there's no lumpies or anything. For something like this, where it's just like throwing together, you know, different ingredients, I don't really worry about that as much. I'm not like bringing it to anyone's house. I'm not like, you know, entering it in a banana bread contest. So I don't worry about that so much, but normally I would sift them together. The recipe doesn't call for, you know, dry ingredients to be sifted, but I do find sometimes they don't call for it because it's like one extra step, and sometimes the recipes online especially just want to like, you know, pop through it. But in this case, I'm not going to worry about it because we don't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? It's just little me. So next, this recipe calls for 1 egg. Again, normally I would bring the egg to room temperature. I don't really worry about this. I mean, in this situation, it's not a do or die kind of thing. So I'm just gonna throw it in. Again, this recipe will tell you to beat it really well before you do that. Again, I don't really worry about that too much. I'm a pretty laid back baker, I would say. I don't worry about stuff too much in the sense of like, you know, panicking about it. I'll just well beat it in the batter, because you risk sometimes when you pre-beat it that you're gonna overbeat it and put too much air in it. In this case, I just incorporate. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Okay. Next we have a vanilla. We love a good little vanilla moment. I use the good stuff from Costco. And I really like this. I do find there's a difference between this one and the artificial. So do with that information what you will. And for vanilla, we are looking at how much? 1 teaspoon. So nice and easy. I actually don't even need to measure it. I can just eyeball it. Beautiful. Gonna rinse that off. Next, we're gonna have baking soda, salt. I'm omitting the salt, so just baking soda. And how much baking soda do I want? 1 teaspoon. And then we have 1.5 cups of flour. Check the expiry date on your the flour. It does go bad. I didn't know that until a couple years ago. This one's April 18th, 2025, but I go through flour quite frequently, so it's not really an issue. But if you're somebody who doesn't bake a lot, just check that expiration date and make sure you are good to go. I was baking with my mom one day, I think it was at Christmas time. She's like, oh, there's some flour in the back of the pantry. And I was like, how old? And she was like, oh, not that old. It was like 2 years expired. I'm like, Mom, flour expires. Oh gosh, don't be so silly. I'm like, not being silly. It does. And she was like shocked to find out that it expires, but it does. So check the flour situation, because you never know. You don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk it. Although flour did really go up in price, even from like those couple of years that we don't mention, and when everybody was home making sourdough. It was really a great year for flour, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm going to stir all that around. So I know you can't really, let me show you. So here it is. This is the flour in. Now normally, like I did with the butter, I would add it like a little bit at a time. In this case, normally I would, but I wasn't really thinking about it. And I'm just mixing this with a fork. I will probably move to a spatula eventually. But yeah, just mix this really good, really deliciously, and incorporate all of that. Now, one of the tricks I have, I don't necessarily need to do it so much anymore, but one of the tricks I do have is I just go back over the recipe and make sure I didn't miss anything. I know I'm not the only one that's done that necessarily, but I just like to make sure that I, didn't skip over a step or mistake the baking soda for baking powder, which in this case I didn't. So I'm gonna incorporate that really good. And now I'm gonna move to my spatula. Next is the best part. So you can just do a normal banana bread if you want. I always do banana chocolate chip. You can do banana pecan if you want. These bags, usually about a full bag is around a full cup. I said the recipe calls for half. I'll probably do about half a bag, which is what I have here. And then I leave a couple just to throw on top. I don't like my banana bread too chocolatey. I know that sounds so weird, but it can come to a point where the chocolate chips just overtake and it's just like a banana. It's like a chocolate loaf with a touch of banana. And I don't like that so much. I like when it's more of the banana bread. I just feel like you can lose some of that moistness in the banana bread when you have too many chocolate chips, which I never thought I would say, honestly. So now, keep washing my hands. I'm gonna put it into the pan. We already preheated our oven. It's all happening. It's all going on. And honestly, this took like 20 minutes to whip up. And I'm not on my A game because I'm having a conversation while doing it. But I feel like you could really whip this up in like no time at all. So I just clean that out really good. Get it all off. And that's pretty well it. This will go into the oven for, oh gosh, I don't know. The recipe, what does the recipe say? My oven tends to run a little bit cooler. So this says, yeah, 50 minutes to an hour. So I'll probably put it in for 50 minutes. Nah, probably 55 minutes. And then check it, and it might have to stay a little bit longer, but that's okay. And now, to finish it off, before putting it in, we're just going to just top it a little bit more with some chocolate chips. Not too many, just the top there. There she is, before she goes in. And now we are gonna put her in. We're gonna tuck her all in. So right in the center, middle rack, and then there you go. 55 minutes or so, and while she's doing that, I get to clean. Wonder if you'll stay. It's always a question mark whether it will stay or not. But yeah, so I will do the dishes now. Done. And now we watch or wait for the banana bread to bake. Okay, I took it out of the oven. Let's look. There she is. Honestly, it's still like glistening chocolate wise. Oh my God, it smells so good. So now I will probably let that cool for like a good 2 hours. And then I'll probably, I don't know, I might slice it or I might just leave it as is. But yeah. So now on the agenda, it's 6:14. I should tackle this cupboard. But you know, like when you should do something and then you just don't want to? All right, my hair's all slicked back. I had dinner. I put away the banana bread. I have an oil hair mask in. It's that Holly Roots that I talked about in my June favorites. I'm still loving it, still using it. It's the best. I think what I'm gonna do, let this marinate, and I'm going to watch some YouTube, have a shower, and I'm actually really enjoying my book. I've read it before. I've actually talked about it before, but it's this one. This is the one that I was reading when I was camping. I didn't finish it. I'm almost done though. I'm in the final little zhuzh, and I'm loving it. Like I said, I've read it before, but sometimes they all blend together. All the rom-coms, they just like, whoo. But I did run out the other day, and I did buy this one, The Wedding Party. So I'm really excited for this one. If you're not familiar with the series, there's 6 books. This is the 3rd one. I think you can read them in any order. So that's the series. It's the Wedding Date series by Jasmine Guillory. I always say her name wrong. I think it's Guillory or Guillory. I gotta look it up. I did once before. I think it's Guillory. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna finish this book. I'd love to finish this book this weekend so I can pop in to this book. All right, well, I'm in bed now. I didn't really do much since I last saw you. I played Animal Crossing. I finished having a shower and getting ready for bed, and now I'm sitting again. It's like my one thing I love to do. Really slow day, but I hope you enjoyed the vlog if you lasted this long. I really like slow days like this. It's super realistic. There's a spider in the house. I will say that. That is something that did happen last time I saw you. He's in the other room, and he's quite big. But I'm just a little bit too short. I can't get him, and I'm afraid that if I try to knock him, he'll try to scurry. So I'll insert a picture here of what I decided to do. You know, girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do, okay? And yeah, that is the vlog, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.